All right, y'all, big day today. First time, family, Elena's birthday, and heading to this guy's state tournament. Let's go. And Pokemon cards. Let's get it. I have so much to update y'all on. Welcome back. Since we last spoke, a lot of things have gone on. We've played a ton of baseball. We've stayed in a lot of hotel rooms, and our bathroom floor got ripped up. So it's been wild, to say the least. But we're here, we're making it. And I'm excited to share a little bit about what's been going on. I've been getting a ton of questions about my son's baseball tournament, so I'll let y'all in. So they made it to the state tournament, which was in Richmond, Kentucky, and it was awesome. We go down there. First of all, did y'all know that 7U baseball is super serious? It's so serious that I really got into it and yelled at an umpire. And so, yeah, I really apologize to that dude. That was reckless. I shouldn't have yelled at you. But anyway, you know, gotta have my boys back. But they had a great time. After the second game, this is so funny. I challenged Micah. I said, man, like, when you walk up to the plate, don't just like walk up there, man. Do something fun. Get a little jog, do a little dance, something like that. And he said, Dad, I'm gonna do this. I said, you ain't gonna do that. Check out what he did.
Let's go, dude!
So this joker proceeded over the next 4 games, before every at bat, to flip his bat, do a cartwheel, and go to the plate. But I want you guys to hear my favorite moment. And most people probably wouldn't think this is a favorite moment, but it was for me. With 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning, which is the last inning, they're down 3-0. There's 2 runners on. My son comes up to the plate. He comes up to bat. Flips his bat, does his cartwheel, and he pumps up the crowd. Let's go, let's go. This is so funny. He has never done anything like this. And he ended up like getting the last out. And I was so sad for him. He was upset. His team was upset. But the reason it was my favorite part was because down 3 runs, he wanted to pump up the crowd and get the team going and excite them. And he wasn't afraid of the pressure, and it wasn't too big for him. And it was really cool to watch my son kind of blossom in that way. And so, yeah, man, it was a really cool weekend, getting to see him, grow in his ability, but also grow friendships with his teammates and with the other parents. And it was awesome. So shout out to North Oldham Little League. Shout out to the team that's above us, the 8U team. So we finished 4th in the state. The 8U team won state, which is really cool. I think it just goes to show the caliber of coaches and parents and kids that are out there in our county, in our league. And so, yeah, man, baseball's fun. That was legit. Not only was it a great baseball weekend, we also got to celebrate my daughter's 10th birthday. And that is crazy. Like, I cannot believe that Sheena and I are old enough to have a 10-year-old. But, man, it was so special. And to see her not only be celebrated, but also, like, to see her enjoy time with her brother and with the baseball team. Because, like, she had to sacrifice her birthday being out of town. And that was just really special to me. And I think that, it was really cool. And we got to share it with one of the moms on the team who had the same birthday. And, yeah, it was a really special weekend with everybody and enjoying that. So I will never forget her golden birthday of all things. So, yeah. Birthdays are special. This one was extra special. I finished a project 2 days ago that I have been working on for 2 years. We started filming back in June of 2024. a development project in downtown Louisville, and the goal was to document the whole process, help gather footage for his social media and website and all those things, but with the intention that we would put together this final video. And there's something really interesting about completing something, like finishing something that you've been working on for a long time. To be honest with you, I'm not really great at that. Like, I have lived a life where many things that I started out really passionate about, whether it was a sport, a business idea, a job opportunity, podcasting. Like, I've done tons of things that I thought would be great and I was really excited about, and I just never saw them all the way through. And to see a project go from start to finish was really, really cool. The final video was 32 minutes long, so it's the longest video I have ever made. And it was just really interesting that, I kind of felt this, it was just really interesting to me because I kind of felt this relief, but also this kind of, I wouldn't say sadness, but the reality that something was over, complete. It was unique, and I didn't really expect that. But the feeling of being done and hitting export and getting that video out and then uploading it so that my client could see it, it was just really, really cool. It also took me 22 hours in total to edit. Combing through all that footage took forever. Putting together the storyline took forever. I had a really good idea of where I wanted to go with the video, but it wasn't until I was editing it that I was like, okay, here's exactly what I want to do. And so, it was just really interesting. But there's tons of lessons in there that I learned, things that I would do totally different the next time I do a project like that's that long and that encompassing. But it was really, really cool to kind of put the final finishing touches on that. And a really great segue to what's next. So something that I have been asking God for a long time is that He would utilize my circumstances to change me in whatever season that is, right? And I've had this come up season after season of difficulty or goodness or whatever is going on around me, like that the Lord would just grow me, and He absolutely has. But it's been really cool this last little bit. As you guys know, if you watch the previous videos, I've kind of went through a little bit of a identity crisis with my business and what that looked like. And I was asking God, please, Lord, would you just make this better? Would you help me get back on track, help me to change my mentality, all those things. And things have gotten a lot better. And I think what's funny is that it wasn't really on the back of me getting a big client or me getting a big contract or whatever. It was really just me seeing that I need to rely on Him in all the seasons, whether they're seasons that are great or seasons that are hard. And seeing the Lord working through me, it kind of reminds me of that project I just talked about, that kind of long 2-year project. And I've seen how I've grown throughout that, and I've seen how the Lord has provided for me throughout the last 34 years, but definitely over the course of the last 10, or 12. And from rising the ranks in a corporate world to leaving that job, to trying to scramble to make ends meet, to starting my own business and that being hard, and then the difficulties of running my own business, and obviously that's just the work side of it. That's not even the more important stuff, like being a good husband and being a good dad, being a good friend and a good member of a church, and I just think that the Lord has done so much cool work in my life. And I'm learning that having success in this life is very fleeting. Like, what really matters is pursuing Christ-likeness. And, like, I see that. Many days that's really cloudy, and it's really hard to pursue that. Like, it feels like there's so many other things in front of me, but it's like that's what he's called me to. And, yeah, I'm trying to do better at that. And so I think that I have so much opportunity there, and I'm hopeful that he'll continue to have grace and mercy on me, and I know he will. I'm thankful that he abounds in it when I don't feel like I'm doing a great job. So speaking of God's grace and mercy that abounds very clearly, we have our VBS week this week, and it is probably my favorite week in the life of our church, and I'm so excited to bring you guys along for a little bit of that and to share a little bit about my church. And yeah, I can't wait to do that. That's going to be really fun. So stay tuned. Next episode, we're going to talk about Ashland Community Church, VBS. It's going to be amazing. I hope you guys have a great week, and we'll talk soon.